Welcome back to WWTA News. Got some articles to get through, so we're not going to waste any time. But, before we get started, let me get you to hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And you can also share this video to friends, family, and loved ones who you think could use this information. Now, let's proceed. We've got an article. Yes, we do. Don't we always got articles? Duh, that's what you come here for, to find out what's going on. True that. We got an article that says Crypto.com's latest partnership to enable crypto payments at 170 merchants in Australia. That's got to be major. Now, why does that got to be major? Duh, if merchants are accepting crypto, then that means the value of crypto is going to go up because more people need to have the crypto. eCash or eMoney. Crypto. Bruh, it's eCash. Okay. South Australian group of private companies, Peregrine Corporation has partnered with Crypto.com to enable more than 170 on-the-run OTR convenience operations, including service stations, restaurants, and drive-through locations to accept issue cryptocurrency as a payment method. El Salvador. Bukele. El Salvador. Bukele, right? Oh, wow. So you remember the U.S. wanted to figure out, they set that thing into motion, they were going to study, right? No need to study. Bukele opened up the door. Let's get that one more time. South Australian group of private companies, Peregrine Corporation, has partnered with Crypto.com to enable more than 170 on-the-run convenience operations, including service stations, restaurants, and drive-through locations to accept issue cryptocurrency as a payment method. Cryptocurrency, currency, secret currency, eCash, eMoney, doesn't matter. Pick the name you want to call it, doesn't matter. As a payment method. Putin said, we're going to treat cryptocurrencies or eCash or eMoney like any other foreign currency. It's just currency. Did you miss the bus? I don't know. I didn't miss the bus. Did you miss the bus? But let's continue. Crypto.com's general manager for the Asia Pacific region, Carl Mohan, said, paying with cryptocurrencies at real-time market prices and avoiding the cost and hassle of fiat conversions. We're thrilled to be bringing this vision to life with one of the most trusted companies in Australia. Facts. This is what weirdos like me and my colleagues have been talking about. Yeah, weirdos, right? Oh, we don't want to hear about that stuff. It's make-believe. Dollars is what I spend. Well, we're going to get to that too in another article. But let's just continue this one. Crypto.com's focus on payments. Crypto.com's recent focus on crypto payments is driven by internal research, which revealed that 75% of its customers are interested in paying with crypto in 2022. Well, that's the year that we are in. That is. You're very, smart, aren't you? Dumbass. All right, let's continue. Referring to Crypto.com's research and commenting on the company's partnership with Peregrine Corporation, Mohan said, a note to merchants, customers are ready when you are. This is a great opportunity to increase your addressable market, reduce dispute costs, and lower transaction fees. Now, where did we hear about ready when you are? That's right. Go back last year. Verifone. Their point of sales machines are everywhere in the United States. And they had to have those things up and ready by the end of December 2021. They said they'd be in every store. And it would just be a matter of each store cutting the system on when they're ready to accept those payments. So whenever you got customers saying that they want to make payments in crypto or e-cash or e-money, all you'd have to do is make it ready and available and accept those payments. Just switch the system on. Verifone put their point of sales machines in the stores, right? What did we hear? Coinstar, right? They were dealing with cryptos as well. Crypto ATMs, right? All over the place. It's not real though, right? It can't be real. It just can't be real. Why? Why would anyone believe in Bitcoin and those other goofy things that make no sense, right? Why? It's not real. It's not real. Don't worry about it. You don't have to get it now. You just have to get it after the fact when the prices are going to be extremely high because everybody's trying to get to the grocery stores that are not accepting dollars. No, you're just making stuff up as you go. Am I making up stuff as I go? I wonder. What are we reading about right now? I wonder. All right, so this is one. This is a special article because I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm just going to read it because I've never heard of the Miami Standard, and that could make me out to be a dummy or not. I don't know, but there's an article via Miami Standard, and it says 100 plus nations have global agreement now being deployed called Project Sandman to drop and end dominance of the U.S. dollar and the petrodollar. Okay? It says this article was published 3 weeks ago on March 17th, 2022, right? I'm shocked. I'm not shocked in the fact that I don't expect this stuff was going to happen. I knew this stuff was going to happen, but I'm shocked to see this article. But let's get the article. Project Sandman describes a 100 plus nation agreement that, when triggered, will see those nations simultaneously dump the dollar and abandon the petrodollar, status that has allowed the U.S. to enjoy 50 years of fiat currency, counterfeiting, that is, and material abundance at the expense of everyone else. When this decision is triggered, the dollar and all dollar-denominated assets will plunge to near zero literally overnight. Wow, this is like, what is this true? What is Project Sandman true? I don't know. I'm reading this and I said, well, I might as well read this to everybody because if somebody finds out that this stuff is literally true, it's like, wow, please post it in the comment box. But wow, have we been expecting this for a while? I know a lot of people are waiting for some great reset, but I'm just saying that the economy is done and the dollar is done. And if this is real, it's literally agreeing to what I've been thinking and saying aloud. So, but let's continue. This means all dollar-denominated bank accounts, bonds, pension funds, treasuries, and other investment vehicles will essentially be worth zero for the simple reason that all banks and markets will freeze operations. And this is the James Rickards ICE 9 scenario. Perhaps look that up and see who James Rickards is and what ICE 9 scenario is, because I never looked that up and I have to check it out. Any funds you have in the stock market will be stuck in those markets. That ain't pretty because I got money out there. That ain't pretty, okay? And the entire infrastructure of banking and finance will suffer a catastrophic liquidity crisis that will freeze nearly all financial transactions. Why would that happen? Can anybody tell me why they think that would happen? That would happen and could clearly happen if nobody's using the dollar anymore in other nations. That takes away the dollar's purpose, okay? Let's backtrack. Let's just backtrack for 1 minute, okay? Project Sandman describes a 100 plus nation agreement that, when triggered, will see those nations simultaneously dump the dollar and abandon the petrodollar status. Okay. If all the nations, and this isn't anything new, this is probably strategically planned, obviously, but let's just say, okay, we're tired of sanctions. We're tired of you people doing and saying what you please and making us all bend at your will. We're tired of it. And so we'll just not deal it in your currency. If that's what everybody is saying, then the banking and finance will suffer a catastrophic liquidity crisis that will freeze nearly all financial transactions. So you would have to think about all the things that could come from that. Think about, I mean, it's wide and far stretching if you actually destroyed the dollar as the reserve currency. Wow. Credit cards will stop functioning. How can they work if banks aren't working? Money's dead. Food stamp systems will go down and stay down. In a sense, but then again, the federal government's more than likely going to be doing a airdrop of some form of basic income after this crisis. They're going to probably be airdropping. So, in a sense, the food stamp system, the way we know it, might end, but then there's another way, and I'm not going to talk about that at this moment, but there's definitely other things that I believe the United States has set in motion to happen, and strategically we're going to watch it all play out one by one by one, but yeah, ATMs will not function. Well, what good is an ATM with no money in it, and what good is an ATM with money in it that has no value, right? We're talking about the Venezuela crisis. Does anybody remember what happened with Venezuela? What happened in that crisis? Right? Go look it up. Go look up the Venezuela crisis, right? Where their money went to nothing. Like, it was just wow. Check that out. Wire transfers will be halted. Checks won't be honored, and banks will appear. Now tell me if you've seen this before. Banks will appear to be offline when accessed through the internet. Like, those apps on your phone? And you know how when you're on that app on your phone and you're trying to get into your bank account and it says that they're having maintenance issues, right? Displaying to you maintenance issues, right? You're panicked because you can't get into that app, and you're like, oh man, probably, if you're listening to this, probably you're one of those people like me that you're like, wait a minute, are they doing it? Is this what they're doing? I ain't have but $100 in that account, but is this what they're doing? Are they doing it right now? Oh man, they're freezing everything right now, right? They're shutting banks down. There's gonna be no bank runs, right? If you're that person, just nod your head to yourself, because you know what I'm talking about. So that's something that we've seen happen before, and people were locked out of their banks, but they're literally saying that, yeah, these are the things that's going to happen. Okay, that this is if this is 100% real now, I mean, we do understand that the dollar is not the reserve anymore. Putin made some major changes, and he wasn't the first. He wasn't the first. And even what Bukele did, he wasn't the first. Other things were going on prior to this stuff, but those were some of the major things that happened. And so now, because of those major things that have happened, we're seeing big changes. So, yeah. That's all I got. If you liked the video, hit that like button. You can also subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and you can share this with your friends, family, and loved ones. Till the next one.